greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CamCorder, back again with another video. Man, it's early as hell, but I told y'all this is what I was gonna do. Got this whole cardio room to myself just so I can go over one of my routines. So what we'll be talking about today is one of my HIIT routines. So HIIT is H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. I call this routine 4 square, and on the difficulty scale between 1 is the easiest and 10 is the hardest, I rate it like a 5 or 6. And I say that because I've only been doing it for like 2 weeks and I could pretty much go all the way without stopping at this point. What you'll need a timer. I recommend using some type of phone app. I use the Seconds Pro app on my iPhone. And you'll need a way to create 4 squares on the ground. You can do that in a bunch of different ways. The way I do it in this room is to lay out 2 ropes. On your timer app, you want to set up intervals. So the intervals will be 4 reps of 60 seconds, followed by a 20-second rest. You'll have another 4 reps of 50 seconds, followed by a 20-second rest. You'll have another set of 4 reps of 40 seconds, 20-second reps, and 30, 20, then 20, 20, then 10, and you're done. Now to get to the details of the actual workout. I call it 4 squares, and I call it that because it just involves hopping from one square to another square, doing it in different ways each time. First rep involves hopping from side to side using mainly your calf muscles. The second rep involves hopping from side to side but putting more pressure on your glutes and your thighs. The third rep involves hopping from the back squares to the front, to the left, to the back again, using your calf muscles again. And the 4th rep involves hopping in a diagonal, using your glute and thigh muscles again. How it goes is you want to do the 4 exercises back to back for a certain amount of time, then have a rest, then repeat that cycle over and over until the exercise is done. So each time the interval gets shorter and shorter. So you would think it gets easier, but it actually gets a little harder because you're putting so much effort into these actual muscles. So it's a pretty good high intensity workout. Let's get to the actual routine. All right, so we're gonna start off with doing a minute of side hops. So we're just hopping from left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. Pretty simple. So the key here is try to keep your feet as close together as possible. You'll notice that while you're trying to do that, you're putting more effort into your calves. This is going to help you out in the long run because it's going to make your calves stronger and it's going to make them able to endure more pressure going forward. So you see, I always try to keep to the inner part of the square. You always want to try to aim for the same spot in the square each time, no matter whether you want it to be towards the middle or towards the inner part. It really doesn't matter. All right, 8 seconds. So after this, we'll be going to we'll be hopping from square to square. So call this the high knee side hop. So this one is also intense in your calves, but you'll feel a lot of this in your thighs and your glutes. Put a lot of effort into your push-off leg. That's where you'll feel the most. And keep it going for a minute. Just keep pushing, making sure that you're watching your breathing as you go. You really want to pace yourself. This is just the beginning of a 15-minute workout. Choose a pace that's good for you. 10 seconds. So after this, we'll be doing the 4 square hop. So you'll see you want to hop from forward to the side, to the back, to the side, forward again. And once again, notice how I'm trying to stay towards the inner part of the cross sections of the square. And like I said, you can choose the point that you want to aim for, as long as you try to hit the same point each time. This is going to be another exercise that's intense on your calves. Ten more seconds. And the next exercise we're going to be doing is the diagonal high knee. So you'll see here that I'm kind of hesitating. That's just because I kind of forgot what was next. So like I said, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks now, and that's the interesting part. It's always a challenge to remember what comes next, and that's what makes it fun, actually. So notice that I'm hopping from side to side, then diagonally. And you'll notice that I'm putting the same effort into both legs, but at different times. So I push off with my right leg 2 different times, and I push off with my left leg 2 different times. This is going to help work your glutes and your thighs. 10 more seconds. And after this, we're going to take a 20-second rest. So get your breath together, do a quick little walk around, stretch a little bit if you need to. You only got 20 seconds, so nothing major. In 5 seconds, we'll get back to it. Now we're going to do the side hop again, but instead of for 60 seconds, we'll only be doing it for 50 seconds. So we're coming down the ladder. Once again, hopping from side to side, trying to aim for the same point each time. At this point, you'll notice that it's a little bit tougher than it was when you were doing it earlier. By this point, your calves are probably burning, but just keep pushing. Next, we'll be going to the high knee side hop for 50 seconds again. Just keep pushing. The goal here is to complete the entire workout without resting other than the designated resting periods. "12 more seconds. All right, now we're going back to the 4 square hop. A good challenge you can set for yourself is, if you ever step on the ropes, you have to give yourself an extra 10 seconds in the interval. Or you can choose to give up 5 seconds of your rest or something like that. Make it challenging to help you reach your goals. In a few seconds, we'll be going back to the diagonal for another 50 seconds. Keep pushing, making sure that you're breathing and pacing yourself. We got a little ways to go still. Rest. So again, rest up, catch your breath. You got 20 seconds to do whatever you need to do to get ready for the next interval. So after this, you would do 40-second intervals, followed by a 20-second rest. All right, so I'm not going to record the entire workout. The video will just be way too long, but you get the point. Just keep continuing on during the different intervals until you get down to 10 seconds. And after that, you're done. Go have yourself a rest, go stretch a little bit, because by this time you should be pretty worn out. The level of intensity that you put into this is equal to the amount of fat you'll actually burn. So you want to try to push as hard as you can. But you also want to pace yourself, because the goal is to get through this without stopping other than your rest time. So that's kind of like your goal. You want to keep doing this exercise until you can do it continually without having to stop other than your rest periods. If you're a person like me who's bored with doing things like the treadmill only, or only the stairmaster, or only the elliptical, then these type of high intensity workouts are a little bit more fun. They put more of your brain into it, because you got to keep focused to know what you're supposed to do next and what's happening in each interval. So it's kind of hard to get used to, but that's what makes it interesting, and that's what makes you want to keep on doing it and trying it until you can actually master it. That's all I got for you. Be sure to like the video if you feel like it, subscribe, leave comments if you have any questions, or if you just want to give an opinion about something. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. CamCorder, I'm out.